All right, let's talk more Olympic news because there's something that happened for South Africa, well, to boost South Africa's chances at the Olympic Games. This past weekend, Team South Africa had some success at the recently held World Athletics Relay Championships, which saw the country earn Olympic Games spots in 2 events. And optimism, I beg your pardon, has obviously been lifted ahead of the Paris showpiece. The 4x100 meters and the 4x400 meters men's teams qualified for the Olympics after outstanding displays there with the event held in the Bahamas. And I'm joined at the moment by renowned SA sprint coach Hennie Kriel. He's joining us live from Pretoria. Coach Kriel, thank you so much for your time. Your overall impressions of Team South Africa in the Bahamas?
Good afternoon. Yeah, it was brilliant. The 4x100 meters struggled in the heat, but came back in their final and they qualified. And the 4x4 is stepped up. We struggled to put the team together, but now we already qualified in the first round, which is great. And then we finished second in the final. So yes, there's reason to be happy, and we expect them to do well in Paris.
Was there a collective sigh of relief, Coach Kriel, for those who follow athletics quite closely, like you, especially for the 4x100 team, which hasn't always performed to the best of their abilities at major events? Qualifying is one thing, and then also going there to make sure that you, at the very least, finish the event is something else.
Yes. So the first thing is you have to qualify. If you don't qualify, you're not there. So we got the monkey off the back. And it's also always a bit of a challenge. So that out of the way. Now, the 4x1 is a different animal. You have to put it together in one race. And you know, when we talk about relays and specifically the 4x1, I always say there's a reason why these guys doing athletics are not playing football. They're not really team people. They're more individual athletes, but then you put them together and they don't often get this opportunity. But it's high pressure, and one small mistake cost you. And even the US, who is the leading nation in relays, many times failed to finish races at the Olympics and World Championships. So yeah, we've qualified, and it's now to make sure we send the best team and we prepare them properly.
But how important will this period then be, Coach Kriel, because they, as you say, are not team players. They're used to shining individually, and then they're forced to now, in fours, take to the track. How important will this couple of months be for them in terms of fostering that team-like performance to make sure that they can represent the country with aplomb in Paris?
Yeah, so, you know, in saying they are not really team players, but the way I see them when they get together, they put in an effort. There's no doubt about it. So first of all, the coach and the selectors need to put together a team of probably 6, and you have to make sure that the different combinations is trained together. So it's not always that easy. It's not only 4 athletes, because you picked up niggles here and there, and then the 200 finals and the heats in the 4x1 is very close. So sometimes you have athletes qualified for semis or finals in the 200, and then the others need to be ready to step in. So it is very important, and hopefully there's enough training camps, because you need to sort all these out in your training camps, and then maybe have 1 or 2 or 3 competitions where you give them opportunity to run together. And finding these competitions in Europe is always also not that easy. So these athletes got different agents. But hopefully we can find some meetings for them to have a run or two to sharpen them for the Olympics.
And the poster boy, Hennie, for this particular team, the 4x100, has always been Akani Simbine, and there's always going to be a lot of pressure on him based on the spotlight that he's got. And he performed, he stunned everyone in Hungary. I think this was a week earlier. And he, you know, came first in his event, in that 100 meters final. Do you think this had a lot, this played a big role in how the relay team performed in the Bahamas?
Obviously, you know, we can spend some time talking about Akani. I mean, he's just a super athlete. He's our primary sprinter for a number of years now. So I've had a look at our performances over the last couple of years. Our 10 best performances, bar one that was run in 2014, Akani was in all 9 the others in taking us home. So he's an integral part for success for our team. And he showed again, I briefly watched the video because it was broadcast early mornings here, but then on YouTube I could see the race. Again, he was devastating. You know, he was far ahead and he kept on running and he took them home. So yeah, he's an integral part for our success.
Let's talk then about another poster boy of South African athletics in Wade van Niekerk. Can we, I mean, Wade is 31 at the moment. Does he have another Olympic Games in him? Is this his swan song? And is he desperate to get back to that 2016 Wade van Niekerk? I mean, his world record still stands today. I think it's 43.08, if I'm not mistaken. It still stands today.
Yeah, super athlete, you know, and unfortunately had an accident the year following that. It's a long way back for him. It will be very difficult to get to that level, and nothing is impossible, but he's competitive again. And I'm so glad that we've got another 2 athletes running sub 45s, mid 44s, and low 44. That makes our team very, very competitive. And with Wade there, we definitely have a chance. I've had a brief look at the times. You know, you have to run sub for 3 minutes. There's no doubt. And they did it again during the world relays. So I'm very positive. And for Wade, I'm so glad to see him getting better and better every season. And hopefully this is going to be a great year for him.